The only thing, I mean, I would say, certainly this is not the reason to go into think tanks or whatnot, and we are not, I think, getting compensated on the level of private industry, but on the plus side, I think, at least the starting salaries at CAP for PhDs are around what the associate professor generally makes in our field. Again, that's not something to go through, but when we're talking about whether you would tell somebody to go into an academic job or not, if you've come out of 8, 9, 10 years in the academy making a graduate student stipend, it's time to start thinking about saving for retirement, maybe starting a family, all the things that you need to do. And again, while money isn't
dissertation didn't take that long. You look like a young guy.
No, certainly, but I guess what I'm saying is, like, what I would say is you should think about compensation. You should think about all these types of things, which is not something we're told to think about at all in grad school. We're not, that is drilled out of us, but I think it's something important. And, while none of us, I don't want to speak for all of us, but we're certainly not making a ton of money in a think tank. It is the kind of place that you can live even in a city like DC. So.
Terrific.
That's very sage advice. I guess I would just add, we've talked a lot about writing already, but I would say get in the practice. I mean, I don't know how everyone, I only know how I wrote my thesis. I don't know how everyone else wrote their thesis. But I tended to write it in great big chunks of sort of feverish energy coupled with months and months of lethargy, which I called the creative process. And that is probably not the best possible work model for a think tank, which is in most cases going to expect not daily productivity, but weekly productivity, and certainly monthly productivity. So I would say that if you're not in the habit of writing something almost every day, that is a really useful thing to develop, and I learned that the hard way coming out of grad school because that just was not my personal work style.